Hello, this is Dr. Jattu, board-certified OBGYN and physician satisfaction specialist at essenceofstrength.com, where I help early career physicians design lives they genuinely like, inside and outside of work, by being as intentional about their sense of satisfaction and well-being as they have been about their success. This is the third in a series of videos that I am doing to describe my 5 essential strengths for success with satisfaction. During this International Coaching Week, I want to talk a little bit about this system that I designed to help provide some structure for my clients as they are learning the tools that they gain over the course of coaching. I came up with it based on what I have learned in the years since I graduated from medical school back in the year 2000 about what really matters when it comes to identifying, implementing, and maintaining the habits and strategies that give one a sustained sense of personal and professional satisfaction and success as a healthcare practitioner. Specifically, those 5 essential strengths are: see reality, seek clarity, seize priorities, strategize possibilities, and sustain personal policies for self-care. In today's video, we're going to talk about essential strength number 3, which is seize priorities. If you missed one of the first 2 videos on see reality or seek clarity, please go back and check those out. If you've been following along in the series, you might have noticed there is a recurring theme about being honest with yourself, and that's going to continue with seizing priorities, specifically being truthful with yourself about what is most important to you when it comes to how you want to be and what you want to do in your life. What sometimes derails people is wanting to live a life that acts as though every important thing has the same level of importance to you in your life. That's not true. That can't be true. That's not sustainable. What works better and what is more realistic is, and more serves you better just in general, is being able to look at a list of important things and discern which of them is actually a top priority to you in your life. That's what helps you be able to honor your priorities while respecting the priorities of others. When I talk about priorities, I usually like to divvy it up into fundamental priorities and situational priorities. Fundamental priorities are really about how you want to be and what you want to do in any endeavor to make it meaningful for you. Situational priorities, as you can kind of guess from the name, are dependent on the circumstances of the situation and sometimes just the circumstances and stage of life that you are in. What I have found with physicians is fundamental doing priorities usually involve some element of accomplishment or challenge. I think that's kind of what keeps us going through all those years of school and standardized testing. Ironically, those fundamental doing priorities and that focus on those fundamental doing priorities can lead us to neglect our fundamental being priorities, things like a sense of peace and a sense of joy. The issue is whether you acknowledge and honor those priorities or not, they're still going to be true for you, and choosing not to honor them is going to lead to a sense of dissatisfaction. That's how you can be someone who likes a challenge and ends up in a job that's really easy, and then you get really bored because you need to have that sense of challenge. So if you can't incorporate challenge into the job or incorporate challenge into some other area of your life, you're going to be dissatisfied with that work. Similarly, if you're in some sort of dysfunctional work situation that doesn't allow space for you to create peace in your life, again, it's not sustainable and you're going to be dissatisfied. On the other hand, when it comes to situational priorities, again, it depends sometimes on the circumstance and the stage of life that you are in. If you are a single, childless person who has a really big priority of getting rid of all of your debt, you might decide that working in a remote area with a big paycheck is what you need to do because you want to get Sally Mae off your back as quickly as possible. On the other hand, if you are married with children, you might be more likely to go to a metropolitan area because that's a place where you have more family support for your kids or more opportunity for employment for your partner. So it's not as big a priority to pay off your loans quickly, and you're more open to the idea of getting paid maybe a little bit less and having those loan payments spread out because in that situation, in that stage of your life, that's more aligned with your priorities. What's really important when it comes to fundamental and situational priorities is recognizing what is true for you. Because God bless you, there are going to be people in your life, well-meaning, who want to convince you that what they feel is a positive needs to be a priority for you. When you are making decisions about making a change in your life, you need to base them on honoring your own personal, fundamental, and situational priorities. That being said, I encourage you to reflect on any area of your life where you're maybe feeling a bit disillusioned or disappointed or dissatisfied, and think about, am I truly seizing my priorities in this area? If not, that might be a key that's an area to put some attention and intention when it comes to coming up with strategies for improvement. So that's it for seizing priorities. Again, if you missed any of the either of the earlier videos, please go back and check those out and meet us back here for the next video, number 4, on strategizing possibilities. If perchance you were that person who's like, I really need to know all 5 of them right now, I got you. Just head over to essenceofstrength.com and fill out the subscriber box to request the Success with Satisfaction starter gifts, and you will get a list that gives you a summary of the 5 essential strengths and explanations for each of them, in addition to some other complementary resources. Either way, I do invite you to join me back for the next video, and until then, this is Dr. Jattu, encouraging you to be as intentional about your sense of satisfaction as you have been about your success. Please stay safe.